There we go. All right. Got some sim action coming through now. Curious to see if he's prepped anything, if he's got any plays in mind. A couple of turrets getting thrown around.
Where are we tellying to? That's the question. Let's go high ground. Let's go low ground. Let's go ground to ground.
Ground to ground, straight in, all out. Ham and bomb! Straight on top of him. Not going to find the kill, but we do lose mono here for the Pacific Division.
Yeah, they both traded out. It's 5v5 essentially. There was a very early kill from Fissure onto the opposing McCree. Boko comes in as well, very back and forth. Boko gives his life forward. First control will go over to Atlantic. Remember, they are at match point here. Best 2 out of 3 on control. They take 2 stages. They will walk away. Winners of the Overwatch League. All-star
game. Turrets going up here from Muman, I gotta say. You need to get a few more of those going, but he gets clipped by Fleta, and it's looking like Pacific Division are gonna fight right back. Echo trying to stall, not gonna happen. And they will get the flip. So 20% for Atlantic Division, Pacific Division now. Look at that, Gregory's so happy. Just going for a ride.
Well, you know, Fissure's figured it out. Much like Brigitte, the only counter to a Symmetra is a Symmetra of your own. So Fissure's going to be busting out the Symmetra too. Fleta in the back lines. Ah, who woke a sleeping Fleta? They woke him just to die.
They're going to put him to sleep permanently, Hex. That's fine. Now we've got Fissure on Sim. So, why not do both? Why not have all the Sims?
Like I said, turn off hero limits. Let's really go nuts on this one. Frozen for a moment, but Kaguri's going to wing her way out of there. Could always drop mines on the point here, make it really difficult to recontest. They are trying to get back on it. Knocking about that Sim. Muma fails out at the last second. Get a couple more kills, so looks like Kaguri's just going to hold on to the minefields. Heal up, get back to the team.
We are actually watching a hamster ball rolling around the map of Overwatch.
And you could not be happier about it.
It is strangely pleasing. Gesture. Well, you know, if you've ever had a hamster, it is squeaky wheels all night long, no sleep.
No, I'm not even responsible enough to own a house plant.
Oh, there we go. Simults are out. Fury. Some tactical crouching. Daehong is out of it as well, and we are getting Atlantic Division. I mean, they are in control.
Yeah, Atlantic just counting up, pushing them away. Fleta falls, Fissure falls. Both taken out by their counterparts there. Gesture on Fissure, Fury on to Fleta. I wonder if that's part of the meta. Maybe they're going to mirror comp, and you can only kill the person who's on your hero. That'd be a fun mode.
That'd be wild. Looking for it, not quite.
Just call it Doppelganger. I'll accept the check later.
Fissure with the double tap, Gesture's out. And they're holding so far. Atlantic, 83% and counting right now, looking good. TP is up. Muma's going to be able to get the drop from on high.
There's been some kills from Pacific, but never really able to get enough to get on the point. And now Atlantic Division is one fight away. They might just take it here and then regroup and come back and try to take the point back because they're at 99%. Stalls aren't going to do a whole lot for you right now. That seems to be the plan.
There it is. So 50% and counting now for Pacific Division, who have tightened it up somewhat. A couple of ults online as well, so they will have some tools to work with. Poco's on that Mei though, so we will have Blizzard for the retake if he wants it, and that's going to make life real difficult for Pacific Division, holding on that point.
Ooh, Poco, long-range icicle, delivered directly to the forehead, and he goes down.
Yeah, there it is. What? Where'd it go?
I don't know if you can eat that or not, but that is one Lucio off the edge. Pacific holds a couple of mines, ended up killing, so I'm not sure where it dropped, but it seems that...
Throw it over the side? Could he have messed it up and fat fingered it off the side into the water?
We're going to have to ask the Atlantic what happened there because I did not see it, but we could always just ask our good replays. No, they just dropped right on the point. You need a new prescription in your glasses there, buddy?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Blizzard. Mei.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because you heard the Blizzard, man. I mean, he doesn't have an ult anymore, so at some point the ult got used. We're tied up 99-99 here in Pacific Division, looking to hold out so far. It's not looking too shabby for them. They've got the players alive, though there is a bit more of a killer unit moving on here. Why not make this guy unkillable. He's not on point to stall it, though. Could go for the contest, but that's keep him there.
Mecco gets in the face of Fissure. Remember, Pacific in the lead right now on the point, and that'll be a home. Yeah.
Listen, he's from Philly. They battle back, you know. They battle. They're the eternal underdogs. Isn't that the whole thing that you've been selling me on?
Something like that. They did sell out of masks on Amazon when they were embracing the whole underdog thing. So, you know, a lot of people with disposable income buying cheap plastic dog masks. That's what Philly's about. Now, Gaguri on the side, on the hamster. Pacific's already lost 2. It's time to roll on home.
Roll out. Figuring it out. I mean, there's some aggression coming in here from Atlantic, and it's looking like they'll get first control.
They've lost 3. Atlantic up in the series, down in the map so far. Looking to equalize the map at the very least on Ilios here.
This is very similar to how it played out on first.
I know you're rooting for Atlantic at least on this stage because you are a big fan of the next stage that we would go to.
The murder hole! Yes, we need to get on the lighthouse. But that's, I mean, it would be pretty good to see Pacific, you know, get a nice clean 2-0 hex.
Yeah.
Take us to a map 5 and get the job done there.
See, I think it's a law on the stage of Ruins that you have to run Widow because regardless of how these teams are kind of messing around, both teams had a Widow for a little bit. Now only Atlantic does. It's just such a great Widow map. Gesture right on cue. We'll hit takedown Architect here. A rifle butt to the face will wake up Jaehong, send him back to spawn, and it has been all Atlantic here on the Ruins.
I mean, we've seen Gesture play Widow in the past as well in officials. So, I mean, it's not exactly the first time that we've seen him on the Widow. He's got aim. Jaehong. You know, that was unfortunate. That was definitely unfortunate, pulling a bit of an SPV there.
And early on, one of the suggestions was the winning team of the talent takedown should have to play London, but London can't play any of their normal heroes. and someone had the audacity to be like, oh, that would be interesting. I'm like, are you kidding me? These guys on their worst day playing with broken equipment would stomp us on anything.
It would slaughter us. It wouldn't even be a match.
Do you have any idea how good of a player every single one of these guys are? It's insanity. This is the top percent of the top percent of the top percent, and then there's even more infinitesimal fractions after that one. Atlantic has banked up some ultimates at least. Maybe they can get out of spawn. Pacific, rather. I'm sorry. There's a blizzard. We found that one.
Johnny on the spot, but now we get it. Boosted blade, looking for the hack and slash. Don't try and cut your own teammate. Go for the blue. Go for the blue, Fissure. He's not happy about that.
That's a little frustration mouse spin, but he does get one in the end. Takes down Poco. They've gotten 2 kills here. It's the best they've done so far. Mano looking to put an end to this. Mano trying to solo down the hamster. Muma's going to come in with his own hamster as well. And Mano eventually does take down Geguri after all of that.
Yeah, this is bonkers. A little bit of the contest there, just trying to stall things out, but they're getting picked off one after another. Fleta going to get overwhelmed. Architect is hanging around as well, but that's not going to be for long because Fury's punching him in the face.
Mano's Anno looked great there.
And they are on match point. So this is it. Atlantic, be all, end all. They can do it right here.
So you got to think that maybe the tanks actually play some tanks on this next one because Orisa is really good in the murder hole, as is Roadhog.
Opponent. Gravity. It's always waiting.
All right, so we have a Roadhog, we have an Orisa, maybe a Diva will be good here, but they're also going to run a Lucio, of course. Here we go. Let's send some people to the eternal pit of despair.
Let's say Fissure, he was putting on a bit of a show with the hamster earlier.
Hammer time!
The Fury is looking for a target at this point. Unfortunately, you know, short legs can't really keep up with the hamster.
All right, coming in. Jaehong's able to take down Poco, so now no risk of that. Fury really wants this hammer.
Fissure isn't actually doing anything but roll around on the map right now. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, he's not really trying to shoot or anything. He's just having fun. He breaks the appeal of that. 2 go down there. Pacific Division will take first control, already 10% and counting up, looking to send us to a decisive map number 5.
Yeah, and it's looking like we'll have a change of strategy here. At least Gesture's going to swap over. So we will have a McCree on the field for Atlantic. Not willing to give this one up without a fight, it seems. Fury does find the kill on Architect, so that's an opening without that Ana. Yep. No heals apart from Jaehong, and Jaehong is low. Jaehong gets overwhelmed by Gestures.
Oh no, Zumba breaking hearts and crushing dreams right there as we had the Nano Torb with the hammer out, channeling the inner Mangachu. All for naught though, as Atlantic will eventually take it over.
And Fisher is just spinning for joy right now. Spin for the win. Isn't that how it goes?
Yep, spin to win. The old barbarian strat in Diablo. Still works in Heroes of the Storm if you're playing Sonya. Spin to win.
Also works in Paladins and WoW.
Yeah, the Overwatch Beyblade meta also.
No.
Nano boosted Reaper with spin to win as well. It's just a great term apparently.
Warriors and WoW. Yeah, it just keeps on going.
All right, so they have control, counting up now about 30%, a little behind. Gesture's going to have high noon. We're going to have a Molten Core. I really doubt that Fury's going to bother setting up a turret. This Molten Core is to go hammer time again. Oh, there is a turret up. All right. Mano is so close to the Nano Boost. They want a Nano Boost Fury Molten Core, and I want to see it so badly.
Let's go. There it is. Molten. Boosted.
Yes!
Going for the hammer. Oh, he gets robbed by Poco, but he could find joy here. There we go.
Time!
Hammer killed. I love it. He's even doing a little shuffle.
Yeah, a little jig, a little dance.
Perfect. All right, and now they've pulled ahead. Atlantic Division sit match point, 65% and counting. Looking very good for them right now with the defense setup. They do have Gesture with the Deadeye, the perfect ultimate for delaying things further. Sound barrier, I don't care.
Geggery on the Reaper, still that sensitivity seems pretty high right now. He's got the Death Blossom ready. It's hard to pull off in actual games because all the stuns, but this is pretty much Mystery Heroes at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fleta just figured out how deep the murder hole is as well. Got sent for a ride.
It's just a tube that connects back to spawn. Actually, underground, it's all just hamster tubes. That's part of the
That's
lore.
it.
Yeah.
So Hammonds, they just love it down there. It happened. Yes, that was the first one.
The first ever Torb Hammer kill on the Overwatch League stage. It happened.
All right, let's go. Geggery looking for the opening. Could try. There's the kills, and they are fighting back. Pacific Division not going down without a fight.
Yeah, but a yoink on Zuma puts him into the hole right there. They do have a couple on the point. They will flip it back. Atlantic Division looking for one more fight. Muma goes down late in this one. They're ready to have another Nano Boost ready. Fury still nearing Molten Core again. Let's do it. They also have nearly everything else. Superchargers up. Muma's going to switch off of the Roadhog, but almost a full pack of check marks for the Atlantic Division. If they win this fight, this stage, this map, they will win the all-star game of the Overwatch League.
Yeah. And there we go. Geggery looking for the Death Blossom. Trying to find the angle. Overwhelms Poco. Looks for Fury. Gets it as well with Fleta helping out. Fleta 2 kills there. Big plays!
I thought he had the pin. I thought he had him booped away. Ended up just pinning him again. You can't stop that train. Off the edge again, 82%. We're down to the last fight. Winner of this next one will take the map. Are we going to map 5 or are we calling it a series?
About to find out now, Hex. There isn't much time here for Atlantic. Mono swapped over. They've gone for changes again. Muma's on the junk. Mono.
Fleta gets one swing. He's going to have Shatter.
And we've got Gesture going for the Doomfist. There he goes! But the sound barrier saves him.
IQ 9000 plays. The Molten Core is out. Not messing around with the hammer. It's not hammer time, but that Moira doing a lot of healing. This one's about as close as it gets. The Shatter onto Fury. He's down. Did they knock him in? He got him. Poco with the yoink.
Oh, huge halt combo there. Muma finding the kill on Geggery. He's not going to help things here for Pacific. And that is it. Muma cleaning up.
Muma busting out the Jake Rat. He's learned from the best, and that is it. The